Tonight's telecast presented by Taco Bell is sponsored by Ace, the helpful place, and by Ford and their spectacular summer sales event. Give you our Fox Sports 1 game summary presented by Fox Sports 1, America's new sports network, coming August 17th. Alfonso Soriano with a solo shot in the third inning. Luis Valbuena hit a two-run home run in the fourth. The Cardinals 3 errors tonight, season high. And that did not give Lance Lynn much support. Sports' biggest event of the summer is heading to New York, and the events start on Monday with a home run derby on ESPN. Then on Tuesday, the Midsummer Classic kicks off with the red carpet show on MLB Network, followed by the All-Star Game at 7:30 Eastern right here on Fox. This is definitely an un-Cardinal-like night against the Cubs with 3 errors, a hit batsman. Catcher's interference is obviously listed twice. It goes down as an error, a passed ball, a couple of stolen bases allowed, and Matt Garza has outpitched Lance Lynn, who was just taken out of the ball game in the 5th. When you look at the pass ball, the error by the catcher on the catcher's interference, remember Yadier Molina on his 31st birthday has the night off as they try and limit his work. Matt Adams takes a ball. One of the real strong attributes of Mike Matheny is his ability to manage that man, Yadier Molina. Here's a 1-0. And I say that because Molina is one of those guys that just does not want to sit on the bench. Even his body language, and obviously it's a frustrating night for that entire team, but he wants to play. And if there's one manager that would have Molina's respect, it would be Matheny, who was the veteran catcher when Yadier Molina came to the big leagues.
You know how he's feeling. You know what he's thinking. And you know he understands you're resting him occasionally, even though he doesn't want it.
Adams strikes out, and the strong start for Garza continues. That's strikeout number 2. And out number 1 here in the 6th.
Good breaking ball out of the zone to Adams, who had flared to one to left, one to center. Garza gets him with the breaking ball.
With 1 out, here's Freese, who doubled his last time up. Strike 1. Freese fly to center in the 2nd, doubled into right center in the 4th. Hit 163 with no home runs in April, 310 during the months of May and June with all 5 of his home runs, and he started this game hitting just 222 with 2 RBIs in July. So he has been down then up, now trying to find it again. Waits for a 1-1 pitch. Left side, tough play. Diving stop, Valbuena. He got him for the out. 2 away.
Now Valbuena really sticking with that ball after he dropped it full extension off the end of the glove. Picked it up with his bare hand. Strong throw to get Freese. Nicely done.
Took a hit away and turns in out number 2. Matt Garza's got to be happy to get that kind of support. And obvious there with 2 out in the 6th. Here's John Jay. Strike 1. 93 from Garza. With 2 out and the base is empty, here's a base hit, 2nd of the night for Jay. 2 out of 3 on the night, and he will be on at first with Tony Cruz coming up. Cruz an RBI single his first time, then was intentionally walked. In the top of the fourth, Mike Matheny let Lance Lynn hit. He grounded out with the bases loaded. It was a 3-run game at the time, and then when Lynn took the mound to the bottom of the fourth, Valbuena hit a 2-run home run to make it 6-1. Ball one. One of 3 catchers the Cardinals have, Rob Johnson, is in the on-deck circle. They're playing with a short bench with the injury to Matt Holliday and his hamstring. That's a strike. 1-1.
Rob Johnson brought up from AAA Memphis specifically to help Molina rest. The Cardinals carrying 3 catchers. That's very unusual in this day and age. Usually have your third guy who's a utility player who can catch in an emergency.
Here's a 1-1. Strike 2. So Cruz backs out of there, set up at 1-2. Garza has allowed 7 hits. Cubs have piled up 10. Here's a 1-2. Strikeout ends the inning. Started the inning and now ends the inning, and that's 3 on the night for Matt Garza, who has been in control on this beautiful night in Chicago. 6-1. Cubs on top.
This is the age of knowing what you're made of. Why let erectile dysfunction get in your way? Talk to your doctor about Viagra. Ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain. It may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing. This is the age of taking action. Viagra. Talk to your doctor.
At Taco Bell, we grill marinated steak. Slice it thick. Then double the steak and add real pepper jack cheese. Double the steak. Double the gourmet. The new Cantina Double Steak Quesadilla. Only at Taco Bell.
Some things are designed to draw crowds. Others are designed to leave them behind. The all-new 2014 Lexus IS. It's your move.
I play for the team.
I play for the fans.
And the city that adopted me.
I play for home field advantage.
I play for the perfect play.
I play to become baseball royalty.
I play
to turn the lights out.
I play to be a part
of all-star history.
I play
for the National League.
For the American League.
I play to win.
to win.
We will win.
We will win.
The road to October starts here. The MLB All-Star Game, Tuesday, only on Fox.
Matt Vasgersian with his Baseball Night in America game break. New York and Pittsburgh, the Bucks trying to beat the Mets for the 5th straight matchup. Andrew McCutchen's 10th of the year evens it at 2. A win today, and the Pirates would have the 2nd most wins before the All-Star break in franchise history. Royals and Indians and Kansas City trying to come back from a 5-1 deficit. Alcides Escobar beats out a 2-out infield single to drive in a pair. 5-3 Tribe in the 7th as we get you back to Joe and Tim at Wrigley.
Matt, thanks. At the start of the day, the Indians were just 2.5 games out behind Detroit. Told you Max Scherzer started the game for Detroit. Tigers are losing 4-1 in that game, while the Indians and first-year manager, at least in Cleveland, Terry Francona, right there in the AL Central. New pitcher is one of the most exciting young arms to come along in a while, although it just seems like, as Carlos Martinez misses to make the count 2-0, one of these guys is popping up night after night across baseball.
Boy, that's a fact.
Here's a 2-0 pitch.
They're everywhere.
That's outside. Martinez was up earlier and pitching out of the bullpen. The Cardinals sent him down with Michael Wacha to stretch out his starters. That's a strike on a borderline pitch, 3-1. Martinez, since he had been sent out, was 3-2 with an ERA of 1.98.
Pitching to his catcher who caught him in Memphis, Rob Johnson.
He takes over behind the plate. That's the double switch. The pitcher's batting the number 8 spot. Johnson hitting 9th. Here's a 3-1. Hard hit. Foul down the right field line as Castro almost dropped that one fair and may have cracked his bat. But he's going to keep it after he makes sure. This ball just foul, and Starlin Castro back in the box with a full count. Martinez brings it. Still full. Javier Baez is a young shortstop in the system. He is 20 years old, was just promoted to Double-A. And you wonder, as Starlin Castro plays here at the big league level, two-time All-Star, if at some point he isn't moved as he strikes out on a 98-mile-per-hour fastball upstairs for out number 1 here in the 6th inning. Starlin Castro is athletic enough, if they needed to move him to the outfield, to find room for the younger shortstop. But the Cubs want to start diving into problems like that, where they have too much talent, trying to find places for them to play.
Yeah, they'd love that. Starlin Castro, however, is not as sure-handed as the young Baez. He had 29 errors 2 years ago to lead the major leagues, and 27 last year, tied for the league.
Here's Rizzo, 0 for 2 with a walk. Castro with a couple of good plays defensively in this one,
but could be better suited. Pardon me, Joe. Could be better suited for the outfield.
Here's ball 2, down and in, 2-1. Rizzo's hit 13 home runs. Came in tonight hitting .246. 2-1. 3-1 from Martinez. Michael Blazek was sent out. Martinez came up on Thursday for just this type opportunity, and the count goes full now on Rizzo. And Rizzo didn't like that call, so he takes his time getting back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And we'll do it again. Martinez is down at AAA, as I mentioned, with Michael Wacha. Wacha was the first-round pick of the Cardinals last year out of Texas A&M. And it looks like the Cardinals have 2 young right-handers they are going to be able to count on in future seasons. The question is, do they add somebody here in 2013 as Rizzo strikes out, 2 out? Ken Rosenthal is with us, and Kenny, it seems like with uncertainty with a couple of members of this rotation for the Cardinals, with a team as good as they are, lineup-wise, bullpen-wise, this may be a team that needs to add a starting pitcher.
Joe, they certainly do give that appearance. And you look at Lynn, he's been inconsistent. Shelby Miller, 5.52 ERA his last 6 starts. Jake Westbrook missed a month earlier with elbow inflammation. Now they've got the kids, Martinez and Wacha, as you just mentioned. And they've got Chris Carpenter making his first rehab start Monday, but his return is hardly guaranteed. Now, you mentioned Cliff Lee before, and he's a really interesting name. The Phillies probably won't trade Lee under any circumstances, but they lost Ryan Howard earlier this week to knee surgery. Today, their center fielder Ben Revere suffered a broken right foot, and you wonder if the Phillies will hold on to all of their talent. 1
ball, 1 strike on Soriano. 2 out, nobody on, and here's a ground ball to the shortstop. Descalso to his left makes the play. A 1-2-3 inning for the kid. Carlos Martinez into the 7th inning we go. Still 6-1 Chicago. Back after this from your local Fox station.
The MLB All-Star Game, Tuesday on Fox.
This summer, she needed to get away.
I'm not even your blood type.
And get away in a hurry. In a Ford Focus.
Who's that? It's my ex-boyfriend.
Great mileage.
Oh, she'll love you.
Wicked handling.
How do we lose this guy? Whoa, Caroline, wait. We'll just drive till the sun comes out.
Now, during the Ford Summer Spectacular, get a blockbuster deal. A Focus with 0% financing plus $1,500 bonus cash. Or choose $2,000 bonus cash. Now playing at a Ford dealer near you.
What's a 5-letter word for chop?
Mince.
Yeah.
Who needs a top off?
Let's go.
The select Chevy dealers of Iowa and Illinois have been proud sponsors of the John Deere Classic for many years. Every year, we sponsor 2 local high school students to play in the Pro-Am event.
Chevy's #1.
We also donate a new Chevy for the Birdies for Charity program and supply hundreds of new vehicles that will be driven by the pros during the tournament. Don't miss your chance to buy one of these new Chevy tournament vehicles with big savings from your local select Chevy dealers of Iowa and Illinois.
Log on to KLTV.com for the Fox 18 yard sale tracker and get yard sailing.
Did you know Baseball Night in America is presented by Taco Bell? As we go into the 7th inning here at Wrigley Field, beautiful night, Cubs having all the fun, and we take a look at the Fox Sports 1 pitcher comparison presented by Fox Sports 1, America's new sports network, coming August 17th. Matt Garza has been terrific. Lance Lynn gave a career-high 10 hits and 4 1/3, and Garza back out there for more as he will work to Rob Johnson, Matt Carpenter, and Daniel Descalso in a 5-run game. The career numbers for Rob Johnson and the Cardinals are not surprised, but appreciative of what they're getting at the AAA level from a guy who's spent time in the big leagues molding some of these young pitchers the Cardinals have been able to bring up and use here at the big league level this season.
We talked to him before the game, and Rob trying to impress upon the young pitchers that just throwing strikes is not enough in the major leagues. Don't use the fat part of the plate. You have to live on the corners, inside, outside.
First pitch is strike.
Rob with a pinch hit triple in yesterday's game, and it turned out to be a big hit. It was the winning run when he was driven in. His first pinch hit triple in his life.
He shatters his bat, pops it into shallow left center, and Castro out to grab it, 1 out. And if that bat made the trip from Memphis to the St. Louis Cardinals, it will not make the trip back.
That a hero's death, isn't that what the hitters say?
That's right. Although it just went as a flare out for out number 1. So Wonder Boy it was not.
No.
There's Carpenter, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. Matt started the game 5th best average in the league at .320 and a terrific on base percentage in the number 1 spot in the batting order. A .403 on base percentage. Here's the 0-1. In for a strike from Garza, and everything's been working for the Chicago right-hander.
For the last 6 starts, as a matter of fact. Trying to throw his 6th consecutive start of 7 innings and giving up 1 earned run or less.
Matt Carpenter, an all-star, voted in by the players' vote. Looks at ball 1, down and in, 1-2.
Players voted the right side of the infield in for the Cardinals. Alan Craig, even though he's playing left tonight, and Matt Carpenter.
Here's the 1-2 pitch and a base hit through the right side. So Carpenter is on for the 2nd time tonight. It'll bring in Descalso and bring to your television sets Ken Rosenthal, who talks to us about how Matt Carpenter told his family he was an all-star.
Right. What he did, Joe, was take a picture of the envelope he was given that said National League All-Star 2013, and he texted it to his wife Mackenzie, his parents Rick and Tammy, his brother and sister, and he said everyone got really emotional right away. He called them all later, and there were tears all around. He comes from a baseball family. His father, Rick, was his high school baseball coach. He was a high school teammate of James Loney, so it was a really big moment for the Carpenter family.
Thanks, Ken. Here's a strike to Descalso. Ken will stay with us, and it wasn't just Carpenter who found out in a nice way from the Cardinals and manager Mike Matheny that he was an all-star, but Matheny turned it into a group event. Here's the 0-1 to Descalso, strike 2. Right, Ken?
And it was a really cool way of telling the players they were all-stars. He gathered the team after a game in Miami. First, he announced the names of Yadier Molina and Carlos Beltran. They were the 2 players elected by the fans. Then he announced Carpenter and Adam Wainwright. They were player selections. And finally, he got to Alan Craig, who was the choice of manager Bruce Bochy. Matheny told me he wanted the whole team present. He considered the selections an honor for the club, and also he wanted the players to celebrate with their teammates.
Well, Kenny, thanks, and they will get a chance to leave as Guerrier, the former Dodger, gets loose for the Cubs out in their bullpen, 1 on, 1 out. This contingent of Cardinals will leave after tomorrow night's game and head to New York. 5 of them at the moment. That is down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Matt Garza. Yadier Molina, an all-star for the 5th time. Wainwright, an all-star for the 2nd time. Beltran, the 8th time, and 1st time for Craig and Carpenter. That's up and away, a full count. With Matt Guerrier getting ready for the Cubs in their bullpen. Matt's former team, the Dodgers, got a great effort tonight from Zach Greinke in a 1-0 shutout and a win over Colorado. Here's the 3-2. That may have been touched by Garza into center field, and Carpenter will end up at 3rd base on a base hit by Descalso. And the Cardinals making noise here in the 7th.
Good base running by Matt Carpenter. I think he did touch that ball, did Garza. Barney doesn't. Carpenter going in thinking that he's going to take the shortstop out of the play, but now has to make a wide turn to get to 3rd base. That's very, very good base running. Because first you think you're going to try to take the shortstop out, and now you see the ball get through, the play's in front of you, and you go to 3rd base. Nice.
Well, here's Beltran, and one swing by the Cardinal all-star could make this a completely different feeling ball game. Carlos is 1 for 3 on the night, has 19 home runs on the season. Runners at 1st and 3rd, 1 out. Cardinals trailing 6-1.
Time to stay away from Beltran.
Strike 1 over the outside part.
I don't think he's going to come inside. You can't take a chance. Beltran, with those 19 home runs you were talking about, Joe. Make a mistake away, it's a hit. You make a mistake inside, Cardinals are back in the game.
The 0-1. Stays away again, and Beltran fouls it away, strike 2. No Matt Holliday in the Cardinal lineup tonight, or tomorrow night for that matter, out with a bad hamstring. Beltran up in a key spot, not close with ball 1. Career ready to go. But right now it's Garza and Beltran. .107 pitches on the night for Matt Garza. Here's a 1-2. 2-2. On deck is the Cardinals' RBI machine, Alan Craig, who is the best in baseball 2 years running now with runners in scoring position. This is a big spot in this game that to this point has been dominated by the Cubs. Here's the 2-2. That keeps Beltran at the plate. Deanna Navarro out to talk to Garza, give Beltran a moment to let the pain subside as that foul ball hit the right foot or ankle area for Beltran. And Garza will have to bring home another 2-2. So the pitch count getting up there for Garza. Dealing with the Cardinal all-star right fielder. Another 2-2 pitch. Struck him out on a pitch up and away. 2 gone.
Boy, did that fastball have some life. We talked about that pitch up and away earlier in the game, and that gets Beltran. A little extra juice from Garza to get Beltran.
And now Alan Craig with runners at the corners and 2 out. The inning started with Rob Johnson, a little flare pop-up caught by Castro. Back-to-back hits by Carpenter and Descalso, a strikeout of Beltran. Now if the Cardinals could do anything with this scoring chance, it's up to Alan Craig. Strike 1 for those of you that are dipping into this game, having watched the Dodgers beat Colorado 1-0. The Cardinals scored first in the second, but it's been all Cubs with the bats. Home runs by Soriano and Valbuena, and the right arm of Matt Garza, who's trying to get through 7. Line drive, base hit left field. Alan Craig knocks home RBI number 73. And it's a 6-2 game here in the 7th.
After making perhaps Garza's best pitch of the night, striking out Beltran, he makes his worst pitch of the night to Craig, a hanging slider, and Craig drives in run number 2 for the Cardinals.
He also makes his last pitch of the night. Dale Swaim, the manager for the Cubs, out. Take the ball away from Garza, and they will let him hear it here at Wrigley.
He's a 20 years straight, get to work on time. He's loved one woman for all his life. Everybody knows he ain't just tough, he's strong.
The all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado. Strong for all the roads ahead.
Smile for Mom.
Honey, you are not gonna believe this. I bought Pepsi Next.
What's Pepsi Next?
It's the latest cola from Pepsi. It's got real cola taste, but 60% less sugar.
Real cola taste, 60% less sugar.
Yeah. I know.
It's unbelievable.
But this is the most impressive thing I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Oh, definitely. Let me get the camera. I've never had anything like it. My parents are gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna be so proud.
Pepsi Next. Drink it to believe it.
Are you getting this, honey? It's going viral.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Everybody knows that.
Well, did you know that Old MacDonald was a really bad speller?
Your word is cow.
Cow. Cow. C-O-W-E-I-E-I-O.
Dag nabbit.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you, well, you know.
I play for the team.
I play for the fans.
And the city that adopted me.
I play for home field advantage.
I play for the perfect play.
I play to become baseball royalty.
I play
to turn the lights out.
I play to be a part
of all-star history.
I play
for the National League.
For the American League.
I play to win. To win.
We will win.
We will win.
The road to October starts here. The MLB All-Star Game, Tuesday, only on Fox.
Matt Garza is finished. Upset he could not get through the 7th, and now it's Matt Adams against Matt Guerrier. 2 on, 2 out, ball 1 outside. Guerrier was picked up from the Dodgers July 3rd. Actually added to the Cubs roster on the 3rd. Acquired on the 2nd for Carlos Marmol. He'd been designated for assignment by the Dodgers. The two teams just swapped struggling right-handed relievers. There's a strike. But Guerrier's pitched well. He gave up a run yesterday in game 2 of this 4-game set to the Cardinals. But you can start to see bullpen roles being figured out by this group. For Dale Swain. Runners at first and second, 2 out. Adams jumps back from ball 2.
It's interesting to note that that wind has shifted now. It was blowing straight in, and now it's blowing out to left field. And Matt Adams has tremendous power to left field, to all fields, as a matter of fact.
He could make it a 1-run game. He has hit 7 home runs this season, 2 hits tonight. 2 of the 10 allowed by Garza. Here is a 2-1 pitch. Inside, 3-1. David Freese on deck. If he bats, he'll represent the tying run here in the 7th. (3-1) to Adams. Fouled back, and he took a big rip.
Good pitch to hit right there. Deanna Navarro out to talk to Guerrier. You don't want to throw another one like that to the big man. 260 pounds, we said earlier. Tremendously strong.
Cardinals come into tonight having won 6 of their last 7. 5-game winning streak snapped here on Thursday. Won yesterday 3-2. Trail tonight 6-2. Runners will go. High fly ball into left. Soriano has it to end the inning. Guerrier comes in and shuts the door on the top of the 7th. Garza's line is complete. He and the Cubs lead 6-2 into the bottom of the 7th.
It's intuitive and customizable, just like a tablet. So easy to use, it won a Best of CES award from CNET. And it comes inside this beautifully crafted carrying case. Introducing the all-new 2014 Chevrolet Impala with the available MyLink system. ingeniously connecting you to your life and the road. That's American ingenuity to find new roads.
I want to make things more secure.
I want to treat more dogs.
Our business needs more cases.
Where do you want to take your business?
I need help selling art.
From broadband to web hosting to mobile apps, Small Business Solutions from AT&T have the security you need to get you there. Call us. We can show you how AT&T Solutions can help you do what you do even better.
Guys like things foolproof. For getting rid of gray, there's Just for Men Auto Stop. Traditional hair color can overcolor. Auto Stop can't. It stops automatically and preserves the subtle variations in your hair. Just comb in. Your hair looks the way it did before the gray. Foolproof. It's what guys like. Lose the gray with Just for Men Auto Stop. It's foolproof.
We are the RIPD, the greatest lawmen that ever lived and died.
When the afterlife comes after us, the RIPD is there to protect us.
I got this.
RIPD, rated PG-13.
The great flavor of a margarita is here, without any of the work. Bud Light Lime Lime-A-Rita is ready when you are, with a refreshing twist of Bud Light Lime. Just pop, pour over ice, and enjoy. And now introducing new Strawberryta.
Tonight's telecast presented by Taco Bell is sponsored by Chevrolet. Find new roads. And by Bud Light Lime Lime-A-Rita, and introducing new Strawberryta.
If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out in the old ball game.
She sang the first one after the passing of the great Harry Carey and Dutchie Carey. Harry's widow with "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," the tradition that continues here at Wrigley as we move into the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Cubs leading it by 4, 6-2 as Carlos Martinez has a 1-1 count on Dioner Navarro.
If you have never seen Martinez pitch, he's so impressive with that easy, loose, and understandably reminds you a little of Pedro Martinez. Little Pedro is his nickname. It may be unfair to Pedro, but maybe unfair to Carlos.
Here's a foul backing out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Navarro. I would say Carlos Martinez is a little bigger and has a chance to fill out more than Pedro Martinez. The great Pedro Martinez.
Perhaps the greatest changeup in the history of the game.
And it was, what, 14 years ago today that Pedro Martinez struck out 5 of the first 6 batters in the All-Star game at Fenway Park after that moment with Ted Williams prior to the first pitch. Here's another foul by Navarro.
1999 at Fenway Park.
There it is. This date, 1971, Reggie Jackson hit that home run in Detroit off the transformer in right field as John Jay goes to his right to take care of Navarro, and Carlos Martinez has retired all 4 Cub hitters he's faced. Here is that all-star moment. 1971. Baby-faced Reggie Jackson off Doc Ellis. And it was out of the expectation of the camera operator at the time as they got to it a bit late. And that was only because that ball traveled as far as it did. Strike 1 on Bogusevic. And now ball 1.
Some of you folks out there familiar with the movie that's popular over the last 3 or 4 years, Transformers 1 and 2. That first one was produced by Reggie in '71.
Here's strike 2 as Martinez fooled Bogusevic. Cardinal right-hander brings home another, jammed him. Descalso makes the play. 2 out. One more time, go back to that home run in 1971.
There's a long drive. That one is going way up. It is off the roof. That hit the transformer up there. A tremendous smash. Only 8 players have hit the ball over the roof there in Detroit. And Jackson really.
And great things to come for the Hall of Famer Reggie Jackson. There's ball 1 outside to Sapelt. Dave has 2 hits, an RBI, a run scored. The 1-0 on the outside corner at 95, a ball and a strike. Breaking ball is fouled left side. Good play by David Bell, a former Cardinal. And he's going to give the ball to a young Cardinal fan. David, who played in the mid-90s for St. Louis. The 1-2. Here's a fly ball into right. Good pitch by Martinez. 3 up, 3 down again. We go to the 8th. Cardinals coming up down by 4 with Freeze, Jay, and a pinch hitter due.
This is Ann. She just graduated and got a freelance gig. It's not going very well. Time for a technology makeover. She's coming to the new Samsung Experience Shop at Best Buy to spend her graduation bounty on a new laptop, a smartphone, camera, and a tablet.
I'm starting from scratch. Okay, how about we get started with the laptop?
Here she can find all the Galaxy devices she wants, have all her questions answered.
How's the battery life?
It's great.
This is so light. What can you tell me about this?
And get personalized demos right on the spot.
And you can just browse through your pictures? That better be a belly button.
Which means less of this.
Shocked me?
More of this, and especially this. Well done, Ann. Now go show that freelance job the business. The Samsung Experience Shop, the place to find the latest Galaxy devices and get hands-on help. Only at Best Buy stores nationwide.
Summer barbecue is back at Burger King with the Memphis Barbecue Pulled Pork Sandwich. Delicious tender pulled pork with hickory smoked barbecue sauce. And right now, enjoy the Memphis Barbecue Pulled Pork Combo Meal with small fries and a drink for just $4.99. Burger King, where taste is king.
This summer,
you're gonna need this.
Thrilling adventure. Heroic performance. The Ford Summer Spectacular Sales Event. Featuring blockbuster deals.
He's the best chance we got.
Now, during the Ford Summer Spectacular, get a blockbuster deal with $1,000 matching down bonus cash. Now playing at a Ford dealer near you.
From the first pitch in the East to the final play out West. And every amazing moment in between. No one brings you closer to the game than MLB Tonight. MLB Tonight. Go to MLBnetwork.com for schedule and channel number.
Beautiful night in Chicago. Nice breeze through the park. Temperatures are down. Julio Bourbon takes over in right field. He'll bat in the number 9 spot. And the new pitcher is Blake Parker. Good ERA through 16 games. He'll bat in the number 7 spot. Sapelt was there, was 2 out of 4. He is finished for the night. Here's David Freese. 4-run game, 6-2 Cubs. Strike 1. Parker follows Guerrier, who went 1/3 of an inning. He came on to get Matt Adams with 2 on 2 out to end the 7th. Garza 6 2/3, 2 runs, 10 hits, a walk and 4 strikeouts. Here's the 0-1. Bounces in, a ball and a strike. Parker's 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Cardinals get a left-hander, Randy Choate, loose. They had Manus throwing just a moment ago. Pitcher spot is due up third in this 8th inning. Here's a 2-1. Fouled back by Freese. 2-2.
Valuable commodities, those left-handers in the bullpen. Randy Choate coming in, getting a key double play in the 6th inning of yesterday afternoon's game. He has done a fine job for the Cardinals thus far this year.
Joined by the other left-hander, Kevin Segrist, who until yesterday had been unscored upon. Here's a 2-2. A strikeout starts the 8th. And Freese 1 for 4 on the night. The Fox Sports 1 fan cam caught fans here at the ballpark excited about Fox Sports 1, America's new sports network, coming August 17th. Excited for its debut, and we'll have a sneak peek coming up during our All-Star Game telecast, including we're going off the air on Tuesday night with your Tim McCarver's All-Star Game memories.
There have been a lot of them.
So that's how we are headed off the air on Tuesday night, and at that time we will know which league will have home field advantage in the upcoming World Series. Here's the 0-1. John Jay takes outside, a ball and a strike. Jay's 2 out of 3. .240 average at the start of the night. Came into this season as a .300 career hitter. John Mabry is the Cardinal hitting instructor, and he's been working hard with Jay to be a little bit more direct to the ball, less hand movement as the pitch is delivered, and John is up on the count here, 2-1.
That transition can sometimes be painful too. I think John's going through that. He had a better start this year, but over the last couple of months he has struggled. Last year he had his hands down, and this year trying to get the hands up a lot better. The bat perpendicular to the ground is a different approach to the ball for John Jay this year compared to last year, and he doesn't have the hitch that caused him so many problems when he had problems in 2012.
Here is a 2-2. Down and in, a full count. Shane Robinson is in the on-deck circle. Looks like he'll bat for Carlos Martinez, who was perfect through 2 with 2 strikeouts. Now a 3-2 pitch from Parker into left center field. Another hit for Jay, and this ball is going to go to the track. Bogusevic gets it back in, but it's a 1-out double and a 3 for 4 night for John Jay as he is on here in the 8th.
Right on top of that fastball away and shoots it into left center field. So a couple of singles, a double, 3-hit night for Jay. Takes some of the sting off the Cardinals trailing by 4.
Well, now with Shane Robinson digging in, the Cardinal bench is 2 deep with Molina and Cosma, with Matt Holliday unavailable. Runner at second with 1 out here in the 8th. And Shane Robinson off the bench facing Parker, strike 1. Robinson had a good June. Hit .286. Does not get a lot of action off the bench for these Cardinals, as he's now in the hole 0-2. A one-out double by John Jay. Blake Parker digging around at the pitching rubber, trying to get something out of his spikes. Ready to bring home an 0-2. It is inside, ball one. So the Dodgers have already won tonight behind Zach Greinke with a 2-hit shutout. Arizona, which started the day 2.5 up in the NL West, will play at home against Milwaukee. Here's a 1-2 pitch. 2-2, blocked by Navarro. Dodgers have finally climbed to 1 game above 500. And for all the talk about Yasiel Puig being voted with the internet vote onto the National League All-Star team, that did not happen. Freddie Freeman is going from Atlanta. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Full count. So it was 0-2, and Parker is making this interesting as we go here in the 8th. Dodgers 47-46, 3 better than Colorado. Defending world champs, the San Francisco Giants, are 8 games under 500 and 6.5 out. Three-2 to Robinson. Inside to put 2 on. Quickly we head to Matt Vasgersian at the MLB Network studios for a game break.
Joe, Andrew McCutchen doing it himself to try to keep the Pirates unbeaten against the New York Mets. He has homered, and he has broken a 2-2 tie with a base hit in the 7th. Now 4-2 Bucks in the bottom of the inning. Joe, back to you and Tim at Wrigley.
All right, well, now a big moment here in this game as Yadier Molina gets a standing ovation from the Cardinal fans here at Wrigley Field. And the league's leading hitter will dig in with 2 on 1 out, and his team down by 4 here in the 8th. Among Cardinal catchers since 1933, Yadier Molina will carry with him into the All-Star break the 2nd highest average to the guy to my right, Tim McCarver, back in 1967. A great year for you, a great year for the Cardinals. Hit .348 at the All-Star break. And there you go.
Yeah.
So here's Yadier Molina, who I know has your total respect for the player he has become, as he is celebrating his 31st birthday here today at Wrigley Field.
Mike Matheny did not want to do this. He didn't want to make this move. He wanted Molina to stay out, but you are forced to make the move here in the 7th inning with 2 on and trailing by 4.
And he'll have to come in to catch.
Yeah, right. Cold. And being the only Cardinal catcher left.
They've used Rob Johnson. Tony Cruz started the game, and now it's Molina batting in the number 9 spot. Into right field, into the corner is Bourbon, just into the game, makes a nice catch. And now they're going to say no catch as he dropped it going to the wall. That'll load the bases. The runners had stopped as Bourbon went down into that corner and evidently lost the ball when he hit into the wall.
And you know, Joe, Molina almost passed Shane Robinson at first base, who had gone back to tag up.
Well, he missed it altogether.
He really did.
He went into that dark area down the line, a bit out of our viewing capabilities from this booth, and as he went to the line, he got it off his glove, did not make the catch, and the bases are loaded for Matt Carpenter.
And what had happened was Shane Robinson went back to tag up, and Molina is looking at the ball down the right field line. So he wasn't concerned with Robinson tagging up, but watch Robinson at first base going back to tag up, and Molina had he been going full tilt, would have passed him. As it is, the Cardinals have the bases loaded and still only one out. What a play.
And Bourbon, just into the game, has the baseball find him and commits an error in right. And now back to the bullpen, and James Russell, the left-hander, will come on to deal with Matt Carpenter. And just like that, it's a ball game in the 8th inning here at Wrigley.
Summer always moves fast. And out here, we squeeze the most out of every second with Line & Kurgel's Summer Shandy. It's crisp, refreshing beer brewed with the natural flavor of lemonade that's perfect for summer days and nights. Our family's been brewing in Chippewa Falls for 6 generations. We craft lots of great beers, but this one says summer. I'm Jake, and we're the Line & Kurgels. Grab a Summer Shandy and join us out here.
Every inch, every minute, every second, we chip away at redefining capability for whatever days may come. Like beach days, rainy days, even vacation days. Made with pride, crafted with passion. This is the new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It is the best of what we're made of. Well-qualified lessees can lease the 2014 Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $359 a month.
Bourbon just into the game, commits the error down the right field line. He left.
Tough play.
He left our line of sight down the right field line. It looked like he had come up with it initially, but I mean, he barely got a glove on that ball as he was closing in fast on that padded wall down the right field line, and with the runners going back to tag up, everybody just moves up one spot and the bases are loaded. James Russell will be the pitcher, and Matt Carpenter, the Cardinal All-Star, with 1 hit in 3 at-bats plus a walk, will be the hitter.
Just thinking about that play and what Bourbon had to contend with, he was going from the light into the shadows down the right field line, so it made that play a lot more difficult than it was. Break for the Cardinals.
And now Carpenter, who singled and scored his last time up. Bases loaded. Ball 1. You've got the left-handed hitting Carpenter up now. The left-handed hitting Daniel Descalso on deck. The only left-hander in the bullpen for Chicago brings home a 1-0, and he hits the outside corner 1-1. Russell on that list of potential players to be traded away by this Cubs team approaching the deadline.
Absolutely. This guy can get you out.
Here is a 1-1. Just missed. Ball 2.
Close.
On 2-1. Carpenter fouls it back 2-2. Matt is driven in 43. He's hit 9 home runs, so he has showed surprising pop. 5th best hitter in the league at .320 at the start of the day.
And again, more hits with 2 strikes than any other major leaguer.
The 2-2. Just inside a full count. And the crowd gets on home plate umpire Wally Bell.
Navarro had too much to do. When you cross the plate like that, you rarely get a strike call.
In the air to left field. Back is Soriano. Tagging is Jay. He'll come in to score. And it's a 6-3 game. RBI number 44 for Matt Carpenter. So Russell comes in to get a big out there, and now he will deal with this Calso, who represents the tying run at the plate. Descalso started this season ice cold, hitting 167 through the 11th of May. But since May 12th, he came into tonight hitting 347, and he has found his name on that lineup card more and more. With the struggles of Pete Kozma, the other Cardinal shortstop. Russell brings it. That is foul and out of play. Descalso has hit 3 home runs, driven in 26. In the air to left center field. Russell comes in, does his job. Bogusevic puts it away, and the Cardinals get only 1. 6-3. Cubs on top into the bottom of the 8th at Wrigley.
So I told my team at Taco Bell I want to make a double steak quesadilla. I said, give me some real pepper jack cheese and give me double the marinated steak, or else why bother? I told them that you will love it, so will you, and all of you. They did seem a little nervous. Probably because I doubled the steak.
The new Taco Bell Cantina Double Steak Quesadilla. Loaded with double the marinated steak and real pepper jack cheese. Double the steak, double the gourmet.
You really couldn't come at a better time. These Chevys are moving fast.
I'll take that Malibu.
Yeah, excuse me. Your Equinox and Atlantis Blue is mine.
I was here first. It's mine.
I called about that one. It's mine.
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 It's mine. It's not. It's mine.
Better get going. It's Chevy Model Year End event.
The Chevy Model Year End event. The 13s are going fast. Time to get yours right now. Get this great lease on a 2013 Chevy Cruze LS for around $149 a month.
Hey, is that a chainsaw carving of a chainsaw?
It's a Craftsman chainsaw. We have all the best brands. Weber, Scotts, Craftsman.
Genius.
It is.
Getting help at Ace is like going to your neighbor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Both Tylenol and Bare Back and Body are proven to be effective pain relievers. Tylenol works by blocking pain signals to your brain. Bare Back and Body's dual-action formula includes aspirin, which blocks pain at the site. Try the power of Bare Back and Body.
How does an HTC One smartphone rate with our blue shirt? We asked Stephanie to beta test one.
It's got some really cool new features, like Blink Feed, where I can see everything I care about on one screen. HTC Zoe is pretty amazing. My favorite part is taking a bunch of photos and video and combining them into one image. Check it out. The sound on this thing, booming. This is bad news for my old phone.
Beta tested, blue shirt approved. Get your HTC One on Sprint now for $99.99. And save even more when you trade in any working phone. Only at Best Buy.
Tonight's telecast is presented by Taco Bell. Sometimes you gotta live Moss, and sponsored by Ace, the helpful place. New battery for the Cardinals. Yadier Molina will stay in the game and do the catching, and Randy Choate will pitch on Tuesday. The Cardinals will be well represented in the upcoming All-Star game. The 2013 Major League Baseball All-Star game. The Cardinals will send 5. The Cubs 1. And it starts at 7:30 Eastern, only on Fox. From New York, there is Yadier Molina, who pinch hit, reached on an error. He will do the catching, and an inflamed right knee. That was the diagnosis when he missed last weekend's game, sat out Monday on the off day, and then went back to work. But they are going to try and limit Yadier Molina's exposure here in the second half as Randy Choate, the left-handed specialist, will deal with Barney, Bourbon, and Valbuena.
Yeah, Molina pressed into action, and I mean pressed into action tonight, because this is not what Mike Matheny wanted. Obviously, the game's very important, but Molina, and you talked about it about 3 weeks ago, he might be the most valuable player to any team in the major league.
And the most irreplaceable.
Yeah, right.
Over a long stretch. He is the heart and soul of this team from behind the plate, as Freese makes the play, and Barney is 1 for 4 on the night. 1 out in the 8th. It'll bring in Bourbon, and made the error in right, albeit a tough error on that ball hit down the line by Molina. Bourbon steps in, hitting 191 this season, batting the number 9 spot. The Cardinals in the 9th, with Kevin Gregg getting loose. Out of the bullpen for Chicago will have Beltran, Craig, and Adams. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters in their lineup. Strike 1. Choate's next is taken outside as Bourbon pulled the bat back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Choate was signed to a 3-year deal over the offseason as that effective left-handed specialist who misses inside, in the count 2-1.
A lot of ways to get left-handed hitters out. Fastball inside, fastball away, and of course the breaking ball away. Has that sweeping slider effect on left-handed hitters.
Choate ready with a 2-1 pitch. Instead, Bourbon steps out. Matt Garza in line for the win. If he gets it, he'll go to 6-1. And that vastly improved bullpen for the Cubs, trying to protect the lead. That's on the outside corner. 2-2. Kevin Gregg, who was let go in spring training by the Dodgers, coming back to Chicago, will try and save it for Garza. Another guy on the list of potential trade targets for other teams around baseball. Foul tip keeps Bourbon up there. Two and 2 the count as Choate brings home a breaking ball that's just tipped foul again by Bourbon.
That's the second foul tip in a row that Molina has suffered. Giving that ball on the ground a little swipe. Going there for defense after the pinch hitting appearance and get 2 foul tips on the chest protector. A lot of people think they don't hurt. They do.
Another 2-2 is hit fair down the left field line, and Bourbon will dig for second and make it easily with a double.
That fastball on the inside part of the plate. A double for Bourbon.
So he's at second, one out. And the batter will be Valbuena. Luis has a 2-run home run in this game, giving him 8 on the year, 29 RBIs. He's 1 for 4. As we mentioned, when he was at the plate in the second with the bases loaded, 1 out. Hitting just .212 with runners in scoring position. Strike 1. Right-hander Seth Maness getting ready for the Cardinals in their bullpen. The 0-1 to Valbuena outside. Choate is the 4th pitcher of the night for Mike Matheny. Lynn started, could not go 5. Butler went 2/3. Martinez 2 perfect innings with 2 strikeouts. And now a 1-1 from Choate with a runner at second, 1 out. It's down and away, ball 2.
Yadier Molina favoring that right knee. You can tell when he gets up it's stiff. First inning of defense after sitting, throwing the ball back to the pitcher. It's stiff and awkward. It's not Molina-like.
2-2. Well, so instead of getting a break with the All-Star game coming up and getting a chance to rest the knee, Molina was voted in as the starter in front of the reigning MVP in the National League, Buster Posey. And Yadier, who has won 5 straight Gold Glove awards, will get the start on Tuesday in New York. Here's a 2-2. A strikeout for out number 2. Valbuena strikes out for the 2nd time tonight, and the batter will be Starlin Castro, who has a hit. It was an infield RBI base hit with the bases loaded back in a 3-run second.
I'm a little surprised Mike Matheny's not putting Castro on right here. Even though we talked about it earlier, Castro swings at a lot of balls. That might be a way to pitch him here. Don't throw him anything in the strike zone.
He grounds one right side. Carpenter makes the stop. We'll look at the runner Bourbon at third. It's an infield base hit. 1st and 3rd, 2 out.
Now Carpenter saved the run temporarily. That was a good play. And not making the throw to first base. Otherwise, Bourbon may have tried to score. A heads-up play by Matt Carpenter. He had no intention of going to first base. So, for the time being, that's a run saved. We'll see.
Cardinals were able to transition Skip Schumacher from the outfield to second base. Little different story with Matt Carpenter. He was already an infielder and predominantly a third baseman, but playing that position not easy, and Carpenter's done a great job in learning. Spent a lot of time in spring training, and before that with Jose Oquendo, the Cardinal infield instructor, and put himself in the best position possible, and here he is, an all-star second baseman, showing good baseball sense on that play to his left and not making the throw to first. That's outside, and with the left-hander up, Choate is behind on the count to Rizzo. 2-0. A 1-out double by Bourbon. Valbuena struck out. Castro the infield hit. And it's Anthony Rizzo now with a count of 2-0. In the bottom of the 8th inning, Cubs leading 6-3. A chance to add to it. That's not close, and none of the 3 pitches to Rizzo have been anywhere near the strike zone. If Choate doesn't get Rizzo, on deck is Alfonso Soriano. In the bullpen is Seth Maness. Here's a 3-0. A 4-pitch walk to load him up. And that will be it for the Cardinal left-hander. A walk to Rizzo loads the bases. The red-hot Alfonso Soriano coming up. Maness coming out of the bullpen in a 3-run game.
Summer barbecue is back at Burger King with the Memphis Barbecue Pulled Pork Sandwich. Delicious tender pulled pork with hickory smoked barbecue sauce. And right now, enjoy the Memphis Barbecue Pulled Pork Combo Meal with small fries and a drink for just $4.99. Burger King, where taste is king.
Both Tylenol and Bare Back and Body are proven to be effective pain relievers. Tylenol works by blocking pain signals to your brain. Bare Back and Body's dual-action formula includes aspirin, which blocks pain at the site. Try the power of Bare Back and Body.
I want to make things more secure.
I want to treat more dogs.
Our business needs more cases.
Where do you want to take your business?
I need help selling art.
From broadband to web hosting to mobile apps, Small Business Solutions from AT&T have the security you need to get you there. Call us. We can show you how AT&T Solutions can help you do what you do even better.
I returned in Djibouti, Africa, 2004.
Vietnam in 1972.
Fort Benning, Georgia in 1999.
USAA auto insurance is often handed down from generation to generation because it offers a superior level of protection and because USAA's commitment to serve military members, veterans, and their families is without equal. Begin your legacy. Get an auto insurance quote. USAA. We know what it means to serve.
Sam knows that being healthy can be fun. See, he's chewing his vitamins. New One-A-Day VitaCraves Plus Fiber is a complete multivitamin, plus a good source of natural fiber and a great-tasting gummy for adults. Because who says healthy can't be fun? New One-A-Day VitaCraves Plus Fiber.
Just listen to what Andy Samberg is saying about Andy Samberg.
I'm amazing.
And Andy Samberg raves,
boom! Nailed it!
Catch Andy Samberg in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
It's a good feeling, yeah.
Coming Tuesdays this fall to Fox.
Well, here is Alfonso Soriano with the bases loaded, 2 out, dealing with Seth Maness.
And Maness, in order to be effective, has to keep the ball down, and he's throwing to a predominant low ball hitter.
Strike one. Because he's been so good at keeping the ball down, Maness has been a double play machine. He doesn't need it here. But he comes in with the bases loaded, 2 out. Soriano grounds to the left side. Freese makes the play, and that ends the inning. That sends us into the 9th. Cardinals will have the heart of their lineup. Maness does his job. Gregg will come in and try and close it. Cubs leading 6-3.
Every inch, every minute, every second, we chip away at redefining capability for whatever days may come, like beach days, rainy days, even vacation days. Made with pride, crafted with passion. This is the new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It is the best of what we're made of. Well-qualified lessees can lease the 2014 Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $359 a month.
Delight in each delicious moment with all the refreshing possibilities from McCafe. Every irresistible smoothie and delectable frappe is a break from the ordinary, and it all starts with a sip. There's something for everyone to love from McCafe.
You've reached the age where giving up isn't who you are. This is the age of knowing how to make things happen. So why let erectile dysfunction get in your way? Talk to your doctor about Viagra. 20 million men already have. Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain. It may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing. This is the age of taking action. Viagra. Talk to your doctor.
The drivers of Quicken Loans, engineered with muscle and brains, engineered for victory lane. For a home loan experience that's just as amazing as our drivers, call Quicken Loans, engineered to amaze.
Dusty, you're going up against the best racers in the world.
From above the world of cars.
For flying out loud.
Catch a sneak peek at Disney's new movie, Planes. During the All-Star Game, Tuesday on Fox.
Baseball night in America is presented by Taco Bell. This has turned into a decent ball game. 6-3, 3-run lead for Kevin Gregg, trying for his 17th save. Trying to save it for Matt Garza, dealing with the heart of the Cardinal lineup. Strike one to Beltran, who is 1 for 4. It's Beltran, Craig, and Adams for the Cardinals, down by 3. Ball 1. Kevin Gregg was released by the Dodgers April 3rd. He's been a nice find coming back to the Cubs as he hits the outside corner, strike 2.
Yeah, the Dodgers could not guarantee Kevin Gregg the closer's role, so they released him, and he signed with the Cubs and got what he wanted.
Here's the 1-2. Just missed. 2-2. Beltran trying to start something for the Cardinals in the 9th. 2-2 pitch is hit in the air to center. Back is Bogusevic. 1 out. Time for the King plays of the game, brought to you by Burger King, where taste is king, and it's the work of Matt Garza. Coming in 4-0, ERA under 1 over his last 5 starts. And he was in charge really from the beginning. Gave up a run in the 2nd, did not give up another until the 7th, when he was taken out of the ball game. 6 2/3, 2 runs on 10 hits, 4 strikeouts, a walk, and he stays hot. Alfonso Soriano stays hot. James Russell out of the bullpen with 2 big outs. Now Gregg trying to get the save. This is a big night for not just the Cubs, but their front office.
Yeah.
And Jed Hoyer, their general manager. Theo Epstein, who is the president of baseball operations, as there could be a yard sale here at Wrigley Field for some of their talent.
Everything but the yard will be for sale.
0-2 on Allen Craig, who was 1 for 4 with an RBI single. That came in the 7th. And chased the starter, Matt Garza. So that luxury suite has to be happy. But not just the work tonight by that group, but the Cubs in general, as Craig fouls it away. Still 0-2. Trying to win for the 6th time over the last 9 games of the Cubs. And Dale Swaim is feeling better and better about things here in Chicago. Strikeout for round number 2. And the Cub faithful to their feet, hoping it ends right here with Matt Adams. Adams 2 hits tonight, a pair of singles, a run scored. Ball 1 inside. Greg got the save on Thursday. Mujica got the save yesterday. And Greg is trying to pick up a Saturday night save. Up by 3 in the ninth. Here's a 2-0. 3-0 with David Freese on deck. A 4-pitch walk, and Adams is on base for the 3rd time tonight. That'll bring in Freese. And if Freese can reach, John Jay would bat, representing the tying run. David Freese tonight 1 for 4 with a double. Flied out, grounded out, struck out. They play behind Adams at first. Strike 1. Ball 1.
Good slider, just missed to Freese. Ducks right off the corner.
Ball 2. The count 2-1. The pitch down and away. 3-1. Freese looking for something to drill here, and he fouls it straight back, a full count. Now the Cardinals down to their final strike.
Well, a pitcher's mentality right here is make him hit to get on. Don't walk him.
Runner goes on ball 4, and the Cardinals will get the tying run to the plate after back-to-back walks to Adams and Freese.
How about that? That's all you can hope for with 2 outs. You get a couple of walks, you get the tying run potentially up at the plate. Just devastating when a pitching coach like Chris Bosio and a manager has to sit, and a pitcher, I might add, they have to sit through the pitcher walking 2 hitters with the 3-run lead.
Meanwhile, the interesting piece to the rest of this 9th inning is not just Jay at the plate, but really the only bench player Mike Matheny has left would follow Jay to the plate, and that would be Pete Kozma, who is 0 for his last 26. And that's because Matt Holliday is unavailable with a bad hamstring. But right now, that doesn't matter. What matters is Kevin Gregg and John Jay. Jay has hit 5 home runs this season, and he has a 3-hit night already. Last home run, July 3rd for John Jay. Tying run at the plate. Gregg brings it. Strike one. Two walks have given the Cardinals hope. Here's the 0-1. A little upstairs, a ball and a strike. Hard hit right side. Barney can't make the play. Adams will come to the plate. It's a 2-1 game, and now the Cardinals have first and third, 2 out. With Pete Kozma coming up.
Dale Swaim is not upset about the hit. He's not upset at Darwin Barney, who made a nice effort. It's going to be a base hit for Jay. Dale Swaim is upset with Greg for walking to set up the situation. Oh, those walks.
But now it's Pete Kozma. His only home run was day 2 of the regular season. First and third, 2 out, ball 1. An 0 for 26 streak accompanying Pete Kozma to the plate. With a runner at third, the tying run at first, 2 out. Chopped to short, tough play. What a play by Castro, and Rizzo on the other end to end it.
He was a clinic tonight.
And this game ends 6-4 Chicago as Greg gets a white knuckle save here on Saturday night.
Of all the saves that Castro has made tonight, that was his best.
And Rizzo on the other end. Castro gets a save as well as Kevin Gregg with that backhanded short hop pickup to end the night. A 3-hour 25-minute game. The winner is Garza, now 6-1. The loser Lance Lynn, now 11-4, and the save for Kevin Gregg, his 17th of the season. Our producer Pete Macheska, director Bill Webb, technical directors Jonathan Evans, associate director Brian Biederman, broadcast associate is Jordan Harrison. For Ken and Tim, I'm Joe. Take a break. The guys in the studio on the other side.
My name is Ichabod Crane.
Some legends never die.
Welcome to the 21st century, Mr. Crane.
Sleepy Hollow, Mondays this fall on Fox.
A soldier severely wounded in Afghanistan takes a trip home to the QCA this weekend. His hometown now turning out in force to welcome him back and show their thanks for his sacrifice and service. We'll take a look tonight on your Fox 18 9 o'clock news, coming up right after the game.
Hurry to Reynolds Ford to get explosive savings on a quality pre-owned that's new to you. 2010 Fusion, only $179 a month. 2010 Toyota Corolla, only $159 a month. 09 Edge, only $179 a month. 06 F-150, only $189 a month. 09 Dodge Grand Caravan, only $159 a month. The hottest deals are in East Moline at Reynolds Ford.
Get new to you, plus explosive savings all month at Reynolds Ford.
Embrace your past, but live for now. Now put your arm on this.
Thousands of prizes are up for grabs when you uncap your iconic summer with an ice-cold Pepsi.
A giant robot of unknown origin has invaded the city and has taken over.
You're gonna need this.
All attempts to remove the threat have failed.
Now get an F-150 with 0% financing for 60 months or $6,250 in cash savings plus $1,000 bonus cash and $1,000 extra for your trade. Now playing at a Ford dealer near you.
And welcome to the Baseball Night in America post-game show with Kevin Millar, Matt Vasgersian. The Cubs hang on. Hey, don't look now. There's some pretty good baseball being played in Wrigleyville.
Right? Dale Svem's got these boys. I think people had these guys winning about 65 games. All of a sudden, they got 42 wins coming into All-Star break here in America. I like that, Matty V. But the Cubs are playing well.
Matt Garza improves to 6-1 with the win, improving perhaps his trade stock or even the chances that he sticks around long-term there.
No doubt. I think it's his last start in the Cubs uniform. If you ask me, I think he's the #1 guy I'd go after. If I need a pitcher, he's my guy.
Let's check in on the rest of the division. Speaking of the NL Central, the Pirates have been a big story there all year, and so has Andrew McCutchen going to the All-Star game again this season. A home run that tied it at 2 in the last of the 6th, and he would be the guy that broke the 2-2 tie he created with a base hit in the last of the 7th.
He's just a star, and I'm telling you, he's the face of this team, and now they surround him with a few other guys. Marte's a stud, but this team ain't going anywhere, Matty.
Earlier today, Blue Jays and Orioles and Chris Crush Davis, his 36th of the year.
I mean, the man handles the breaking ball. The homer hitter guys in the American League, they can hit that breaking ball for homers, and what a year he's having.
Top of the 7th, and here's where Toronto would run away with it. Jose Bautista with 2 on, doubles into the corner, scoring Emilio Bonifacio. 5-3 Jays here. They would go on to win it 7-3. Back to the Pirates, a win tomorrow. And that ties a franchise record for the most wins in Pittsburgh before the All-Star break. 4 Pirates will be at the All-Star game. Baseball's greatest stars gathered for the 2013 All-Star game. Live from Flushing, Queens, our coverage on Fox starts at 7:30 Eastern. Next week, Fox Saturday Baseball presented by Taco Bell returns 3:30 Eastern. The Yankees and Red Sox, White Sox, Braves, or some will see the Pirates and Reds. For more information on today's game and the latest in Major League Baseball, log on to foxsports.com on MSN, the world's favorite sports site. That's a good job by
Great job,
Kevin Millar, Matt Vasgersian. Good night, America.
Born to play the game. And can he ever play it?
I play for the team.
I play for the fans.
I play to become baseball royalty.
I play to be a part of All-Star history.
I play
for the National League.
for the American League.
I play to win. To win.
We will win.
The road to October starts here. The MLB All-Star Game, Tuesday on Fox.
We are Fox Sports!
After a warm and comfy Saturday, we're going to ramp up the humidity and the temperatures for your Sunday. In fact, we could see some heat index values in the mid and lower 90s, and that's just the start of a warm-up. We'll break down your complete forecast coming up tonight after the game.
A giant robot of unknown origin has invaded the city and has taken over.
You're gonna need this.
All attempts to remove the threat have failed.
Now get an F-150 with 0% financing for 60 months or $6,250 in cash savings plus $1,000 bonus cash and $1,000 extra for your trade. Now playing at a Ford dealer near you.
Join Menards in saluting our American-made products with Menards Made in the USA sale. Mary's River Cedar Siding is made in Corvallis, Oregon. 8-inch bevel siding is 79 cents a linear foot, and 6-inch tongue and groove is 89 cents a linear foot. Create beautiful block projects with ease. Made in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, no-cut block projects stacked together and you're done. In 4 colors, this trefoil planter is $299. The planter bench is $389.
Save big money at Menards.
You get a lot from hard work, like the class-exclusive Ram Box, active level air suspension, and Torque Flight 8-speed transmission. You also get the best weekend ever. We put everything into our trucks so you can get everything out of them. Experience it all now at the Ram Summer Clearance Event. Get $59.50 in total values on Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Plus, trade in your truck and add $2,000 bonus cash.
Dodge high fares and play dodgeball for charity. The Quad City International Airport and Allegiant are putting on a dodgeball tournament to benefit 3 local charities. Go to qcairport.com/dodgeball for team rules and registration. And Dodge high fares with Allegiant and the Quad City International Airport.
2.5 Men presents Manly Rules of Summer, number 38. Give someone the bird.
Why don't you fly over to the Hollywood Bowl and take a crap on my brother?
5 nights a week, it's 2.5 Men.
A full hour, weekdays at 5 on Fox 18. It's not a party.
Let's get it on.
Until it's a feud.
I love this family right here.
Family Feud.
A full hour. Weekdays at 4 on Fox 18.
We're at Jumer's, and tonight we're chatting with Bill.
If I won, I would celebrate.
Just pretend right now that you just won. Oh. That was kind of Saturday Night Fever, wasn't it? Show me your jackpot dance.
Yeah, man.
There it is. It's a jackpot dance.
I'm a winner. Oh, yeah.
I'd kiss whoever was next to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, could be you.
Vegas without the flight.
Live from the KWQC Broadcast Center, this is your Fox 18 9 o'clock news.
A terrifying ordeal for a little boy with ties to the QCA. What was supposed to be a fun trip to the beach turns into a nightmare when the boy is buried alive. Good evening, I'm Morgan Otier. Elizabeth has the night off. That story leads our top 9 at 9 tonight. We give you the headlines you need, then break down the stories as we go along.
That boy, rescued from a sand dune in Indiana, is now in critical condition. His family and friends in Galva, Illinois are planning a vigil to help support him in his recovery. The Evansdale, Iowa community is coming together to show its support for the family and friends of 2 cousins abducted while riding bikes a year ago today. In Iowa, the number of cases of the intestinal illness cyclosporiasis continues to grow. A South Park Mall staple announces plans to close its doors for good this fall. Outside the courthouse in Stanford, Florida, protests awaiting a verdict in the George Zimmerman murder trial. We'll have the latest. Dozens of Iowa National Guard soldiers are home from Afghanistan today, ending nearly a year of deployment. A soldier from Dixon, Illinois, severely wounded in Afghanistan, comes home on leave and gets a big welcome and a thank you from his hometown. In East Moline, it's not your normal fire truck. It's all about going pink for a good cause. And a festival in Rock Island all about celebrating cultural diversity in the QCA.
Your other news headlines in just one moment, but first, this developing news to pass along. The jury has just delivered a not guilty verdict in the George Zimmerman trial. We'll have details in just a few moments, but first, a boy with family in the QCA is in the hospital tonight after being buried alive on a family vacation. Now the Galva, Illinois community is coming together to support him. The boy is the grandson of the head pastor at the First Baptist Church of Galva. Fox 18's Danielle McCarthy was there today and joins us now. And Danielle, everyone is anxiously awaiting any news on the boy's condition.
The boy's grandfather, Pastor Don Rule, was on his way to Lurie Children's Hospital in Chicago this afternoon when we spoke to him. At the time, he said doctors were working to get all the sand out of the 6-year-old's lungs. He says he's still in shock over what happened. Nathan was with his family on a vacation at the Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore. He was playing in the sand when he suddenly fell through what's being called a sinkhole. His family tried to dig him out, and when that didn't work, they called for help. Officials spent about 3 hours trying to rescue Nathan, who turned out to be trapped under 11 feet of sand. Members at the pastor's church say they're still in shock, too. They're trying to support their pastor and his family any way they can.
We feel so helpless on this end. We feel so helpless, and we know that prayer is the way to support at a time like this, and so we're attempting to do this and at least get our church family and our community behind him in prayer.
Some members of the church went with the pastor and his wife to support him and his family in Chicago. Meanwhile, church members back at home have organized a prayer vigil for tomorrow afternoon. That will be at 2 o'clock at the First Baptist Church of Galva.
Danielle, thank you. Officials are still investigating how the accident at the Indiana Dunes happened. They've also closed off the beach to prevent any other accidents from happening. Tomorrow's prayer vigil in Galva is open to all members of the QCA community. A community dinner is being held in Evansdale, Iowa tonight to mark the 1-year anniversary of the day cousins Lyric Cook and Elizabeth Collins were abducted while riding their bikes. The girls' bodies were found by hunters last December. No arrests, though, have been made. Authorities say the investigation into their deaths continues, but the details surrounding the case remain confidential. A memorial park is being built near Myers Lake where the girls' bikes were found. Meantime, authorities have ended the Amber Alert for an 11-year-old Iowa girl found safe after being abducted. But the search continues for the man accused of taking her. The Amber Alert was issued around 10 o'clock last night for Kylie Shannon, just over 24 hours after her father, 37-year-old Sean Shannon, allegedly abducted her from a Shellsburg, Iowa home. About an hour after that alert went out, Kylie was found near an intersection in northeast Cedar Rapids unharmed. Officials are still looking for Sean Shannon. He's 6'6", 250 pounds with brown hair and blue eyes. Anyone who sees him is asked to call police. It was another beautiful summer day for many of us here in the QCA. These warm temps, are they sticking around, Kevin? To find out, let's head over to Fox 18 meteorologist Kevin Phelps for our first look at the forecast.
Hey, Morgan, it does look like the warm temperatures are going to stick around, actually going to add a couple of degrees onto those compared to today. And we have mostly clear skies tonight. And we'll actually stay on the mild side of things, only going to drop back to the middle 60s. And right now, still fairly mild, 70 in the QC, 72 in Savannah, and 72 for Burlington. Still holding on to the mid and upper 70s in Peoria, 75 for Keokuk. So clear skies will stick around through about the middle 60s overnight. We'll be right back on the road to the mid and upper 80s tomorrow. We're actually going to increase that humidity, so it'll feel more like 90 by the late afternoon hours, and we're going to add on to that early next week. So we'll break down the remainder of the forecast here in a few minutes.
Kevin, thank you. The Iowa Department of Public Health says the number of cases of the foodborne illness cyclosporiasis has now risen to 60 statewide. That's up from 45 cases yesterday and just over 20 cases at the start of this week. Usually Iowa only sees 1 or 2 cases per year. The severe intestinal illness is caused by a rare parasite and requires special testing by your doctor to diagnose. State health officials do not know where it's coming from, but they believe fresh vegetables are a likely culprit. Officials are advising the public to be extra vigilant when preparing produce. South Park Mall in Moline will be losing its Sears store this fall. Sears company officials have confirmed that the store will shut its doors in mid-October. Until then, the store will remain open. A liquidation sale will start July 26th. 60 employees work at this location, and we're told they will be able to apply for positions at other Sears and Kmart stores. There may soon be new life for a now closed state prison in Illinois. The Livingston County Sheriff is trying to get permission to use the Dwight Correctional Center facility to house up to 300 inmates from the federal prison system and elsewhere. Illinois state officials will be visiting the prison next week. The one-time maximum security lockup for women was closed earlier this year as part of a cost-cutting effort by the state. 60 soldiers from the Iowa Army National Guard are home from Afghanistan tonight. They were greeted with a homecoming ceremony at Camp Dodge in Johnston this afternoon, the first time they've seen their families in a year. The soldiers are with Headquarters Company 1034th Combat Sustainment Support Battalion, and they've been gone since August of 2012. Their missions in Afghanistan included coordinating transportation, maintenance, water, and fuel distribution, and other duties as needed. The unit was also deployed to Iraq in 2006. Meantime, a Dixon, Illinois soldier was welcomed home with open arms today with a benefit held in his honor. Army Specialist Michael Shoemaker was severely injured in Afghanistan last year when ammunition exploded. He suffered 2 broken legs, a deflated lung, and lost half his skull, replaced by a titanium plate. Now in the process of being medically discharged, Specialist Shoemaker came home to Dixon on leave this weekend. A benefit was organized to help he and his family take care of some expenses and to give his hometown the chance to say thanks.
I really don't like it, but I like how it brings the community together and it's brought my family together.
Why don't you like it?
Because I just feel like I was doing my job.
My son will tell you he's not a hero, but to me, he is an all-star hero. Any soldier that fights for our freedom deserves a welcome home, and that's why we started this benefit, to welcome him home.
If you would like to make a donation or attend the benefit, there's actually still time. It's being held at the Dixon VFW until 1 a.m. Finally, they're usually bright red and speeding toward an emergency, but today pink fire trucks are getting noticed, and it's for a cause. You may have seen 1 or 2 pink fire trucks around town, a parade of them making stops to raise cancer awareness. The trucks are part of the nationwide Pink Heals Tour, which helps raise money for women battling all types of cancer. The pink trucks are also visiting the homes of women who either have cancer or are fighting it now, or maybe they've battled it in the past. The tour is visiting 144 cities in 144 days and is heading to Wisconsin tomorrow. Still ahead on your Foxcast, bringing the QCA community together for a celebration of our differences. And the verdict is just in a Florida trial that's been prompting discussions across the country around the issues of race. We'll have the latest.
And it was a gorgeous Saturday across the QCA with temperatures topping out in the middle 80s, and we'll add a few degrees onto that tomorrow. We'll break down your forecast and take a look at the John Deere Classic coming up a little bit later.
You're watching Elizabeth Goodson. This is your Fox 18 9 o'clock news.
Furniture Row's 41st anniversary celebration is happening now. Register to win your choice of a new car, truck, SUV, or a $41,000 shopping spree at Furniture Row. Plus, receive a free gift just for coming in. Furniture Row, home of Denver Mattress, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
We've been a Gold Key customer for a year, and we paid our truck off within a year.
I was about 1 year through my payments, and Gold Key paid off the rest.
With 5 referrals, you can get yours paid off too.
Gold Key paid over $4,000 on my vehicle.
We still owed $7,000 and some change on it, and Gold Key paid it off with our 5th referral.
Gold Key called me and told me that my car was paid off. I was very happy.
They the best people in town. Come on down and see them.
Nationally renowned business and marketing expert John Bodner is coming to Davenport July 22nd through the 25th to host Making Your Business Click, a digital marketing workshop. Topics include search engine optimization, how to make social media work for you, and how to combine an online advertising strategy with the power of broadcast television. All covered in under 1 hour of your time. These are free seminars, but space is limited, so reserve your seat and time today by calling 563-386-1818.
For our 41st anniversary, Furniture Row is having a celebration. Get a 60-inch LED HD TV when you buy the sofa, love seat, and 3-table room group for just $19.99. Hurry, anniversary celebration ends soon. Furniture Row, home of Denver Mattress, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
This summer, they were separated by distance. One call changed everything.
Call Michelle. How about dinner tonight?
Tonight?
Meet me halfway.
Great call.
Now, during the Ford Summer Spectacular, get an edge with 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,500 bonus cash, or choose $2,500 bonus cash. Now playing at a Ford dealer near you.
Join Steve Harvey. Family Feud. Weekdays at 4 on Fox 18. You're watching weather with meteorologist Kevin Phelps.
Well, another nice day across the QCA under mostly sunny skies, temperatures reaching the middle 80s, and that's just another one on the string of several nice days we've had here. And fortunately, we're going to start to increase that humidity, so it's finally going to start to feel a little hot and muggy out there by tomorrow afternoon. But right now, we're just dealing with a few clouds in our extreme western counties. We have a blocking pattern off to our east, so that's actually going to continue to move slowly to the west here as we head into the next 12 to 24 hours. Still sitting at 70 in Clinton, 73 in Kewanee, and 74 for Galesburg, 73 for Iowa City. And we have those winds tonight basically out of the east at about 5 to 10. Those should slowly take their turn to the southeast overnight, and that's where we're going to start to tap into some more humid air, which should allow for heat index values to reach the mid and lower 90s in some areas by tomorrow afternoon. So here's Fox Track. We'll walk this through pretty quickly because not much is going to be going on overnight. We'll call it mostly sunny skies to start the day on Sunday. And then as we head through the early afternoon hours, maybe a few high passing clouds. Other than that, not too much going on. Just going to be hot and muggy across the area. So if you are heading out to JDC, make sure you have lots of fluids, and also with mostly sunny skies, make sure you pack plenty of sunscreen. So 64 tonight under clear skies. By tomorrow, we'll shoot for 85 in Clinton, 85 for Tipton, and south of Interstate 80, the mid and upper 80s, which is fairly typical for this time of July. The only thing that's going to be a little different is we'll be pumping in those higher dew points, which means it's going to feel closer to the mid and lower 90s for those areas south of Interstate 80. 87 for the Quad Cities Metro under mostly sunny skies. Again, those conditions a little more humid out there by tomorrow afternoon, but with those winds from the southeast, hopefully will temporarily provide a nice breeze to cool you off. 87 for your high on Monday. We'll start to introduce a very slight chance for showers and thunderstorms. Those are those pop-up varieties that are going to be very isolated in nature, and really temperatures slowly warming up to near 90 as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. By the time Thursday and Friday roll around, those heat index values will be up in the mid and upper 90s, possibly 100 for areas south of Interstate 80.
Kevin, thank you. It was a beautiful day to be out and about enjoying this weather. In Rock Island Schwiebert Park, they were also enjoying the colors, culture, and diversity. The festival, put on by the Quad Cities Alliance for Immigrants and Refugees, or QCAIR, featured African drum circles, belly dancing, and Vietnamese dragon dancing, among other things. This was the group's first ever fundraising festival. Organizers say the event is also a way to further build a community among Quad City citizens, refugees, and immigrants. Still ahead, an emergency landing in Raleigh prompts airport officials to clear the runway. We'll take a look at what happened. Plus, massive flooding in China and an American man among the injured in this year's running of the bulls in Spain. Those stories and more when we take you around the world in 80 seconds, coming up in just a moment.
In Metropolis, we get 3 times the work. All good, man. So, we eat 3 times the bacon.
The Super Bacon Thick Burger, only at Hardee's. See Man of Steel in theaters June 14th.
What's a 5-letter word for chop?
Mince.
Yeah.
Who needs a top off?
Let's go.
You get a lot from hard work, like the class exclusive Ram Box, active level air suspension, and Torque Flight 8-speed transmission. You also get the best weekend ever. We put everything into our trucks so you can get everything out of them. Experience it all now at the Ram Summer Clearance Event. Get $59.50 in total values on Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Plus, trade in your truck and add $2,000 bonus cash.
The Super Bacon Thick Burger, only at Hardee's. 2.5 Men presents Manly Rules of Summer, number 71. Dine al fresco.
Do I look delicious? Because I feel delicious.
5 nights a week, it's 2.5 Men.
A full hour, today at 5 on Fox 18.
The science of living together. According to the Big Bang Theory, all roommates must be housebroken.
Emergency. What kind of emergency? 32-ounce banana smoothie, 16-ounce bladder.
The Big Bang Theory.
Tonight at 6 on Fox 18. When you need expert advice, information, service, or care, check with the QC experts. Log on to KLJB.com and get the QC experts working for you. Featured QC experts include Fun Mart Cycle Center, your everything motorcycle store. IH Mississippi Valley Credit Union, where you're worth more. The top local businesses and professionals are the QC experts. Only at KLJB.com. This portion of tonight's news is brought to you in part by Lou Jacks.
George Zimmerman's fate has been decided. The verdict is in. That verdict, not guilty.
Justice for Trayvon! Justice for Trayvon!
While George Zimmerman was waiting for the jury to deliver its verdict, his supporters and supporters of Trayvon Martin were protesting outside the Seminole County Courthouse. Zimmerman admitted to shooting and killing Martin. He said it was in self-defense. The 6-woman panel has spent more than 16 hours weighing Zimmerman's fate since Friday after 2 weeks of testimony and dramatic closing arguments. The jury had 3 options to consider: guilty of second-degree murder, guilty of manslaughter, or not guilty. 1 week after the Asiana Flight 214 disaster, all runways are operational at San Francisco International Airport. Airport staff had been working to clear and repair runway 28L since Wednesday. The NTSB, which is investigating last weekend's deadly crash, released the runway on Wednesday night and the airfield on Thursday. And the FAA conducted a final inspection of the runway before clearing it for reopening, including special flyover flights yesterday afternoon. Southwest Airlines was the first airline to land on it when it reopened. Meantime, scary moments aboard a JetBlue flight from New York to Tampa. It had to make an emergency landing in Raleigh, North Carolina yesterday. Airport officials say a smoke indicator light went off in the cockpit for a compartment underneath the aircraft. Officials say there was no immediate danger to the 138 passengers and crew on board. No word yet on what caused the alert. A traditional get-together in Europe turns into a riot. That's our top story as we go around the world in 80 seconds.
Northern Ireland. Protestants gather for a parade in the streets of Belfast every year to celebrate a 1690 battle victory by British forces in Ireland. This year, it got nasty. Suddenly, bricks and bottles were flying. Police responding with water cannons and rubber bullets. Meanwhile, Catholics view the parade as a provocation, since they're in favor of a unified Ireland. At least 40 people hurt. China. Massive flooding, taking out several villages in the country's Sichuan province. Officials estimating 90% of all homes in the area are gone. Elsewhere, the flooding has receded. A layer of sludge up to 15 feet deep now buries homes and cars. Russia. The army holding its largest military drill since the end of the Cold War. 160,000 troops participating. On display, dozens of ships, planes, and tanks. Spain. An American man among at least 23 people hurt during the running of the bulls in Pamplona. Runners hit a fence at the narrow entrance to the bull ring, and the animals charged them head-on. Officials now blaming a police gate pushed by that group of runners for causing the blockade. And that's a wrap on this box trip around the world in 80 seconds.
Still to come in sports, Ben says Zach Johnson is well-positioned to repeat at the John Deere Classic. He has highlights and reactions right after this.
Furniture Row's 41st anniversary celebration is happening now. Register to win your choice of a new car, truck, SUV, or a $41,000 shopping spree at Furniture Row. Plus, receive a free gift just for coming in. Furniture Row, home of Denver Mattress, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
This summer, we're going to leave it all behind to stay at 5-star resorts. Get front row seats to a show. Lounge by the pool all day. And enjoy the nightlife like only we could, because summers are built for Jeep SUVs. Check out the Jeep Summer Clearance Event.
Now, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2014 Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $339 a month.
Come on over to Adventureland. You're gonna have a fun-filled day.
Enjoy all of Adventureland's rides, shows, and attractions, along with all the water fun and excitement of Adventure Bay Water Park. It's all included with your admission to Adventureland Park. 2 great parks, all for one low price, open daily at 10 a.m. in Des Moines.
Come on over to Adventureland. You're gonna love it at Adventureland.
For our 41st anniversary, Furniture Row is having a celebration. Get a 60-inch LED HD TV when you buy the sofa, love seat, and 3-table room group for just $19.99. Hurry, anniversary celebration ends soon. Furniture Row, home of Denver Mattress, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
In a world where everything seems the same,
There's no choices.
join us.
Get out of here.
One car is different. Ford Fusion. Great mileage. Leave the rest behind. Now, during the Ford Summer Spectacular, get a blockbuster deal. A Fusion with 0% financing plus $1,500 bonus cash. Now playing at a Ford dealer near you.
The news is brought to you by your local Ford stores. Check out America's freshest lineup and go further with Ford.
You're watching sports with Ben Roshart.
For the first time in 3 days of the John Deere Classic, Zach Johnson is not leading the pack at the end of the day. And even though the defending champ is 3 strokes off the lead, Zach did have one of the best shots of the 3rd round. It was moving day, and it featured golfers trying to maneuver their way up that leaderboard. On the 2nd hole, Zach Johnson takes aim at an early eagle, and with a ton of fans walking the course with him, he cans about a 50 to 60-foot putt right here. I love the kick by his caddy as well. Johnson, like I said, 3 strokes off the lead. Patrick Reed, who also entered Saturday tied for the lead, was up and down trading birdies for bogeys most of the afternoon. This chip on 5 helps him pick up a stroke there. He would finish 2 under on the day, 6 strokes off the lead. Steve Stricker all over the place on 2, but he saves par thanks to this beautiful chip towards the cup. Stricker would actually par every single hole on the entire front 9 before picking up a couple strokes on the back 9. This is Daniel Summerhays. He puts together a gorgeous round. The Utah native cards a career-low 62, sinking 10 birdies to go with just 1 bogey. As we check out that leaderboard, it's Summerhays in front, holding a 2-stroke lead on Canadian David Hearn. Zach is 3 shots back. Steve Stricker, 8 shots off the pace. 31 golfers are 10 under par or better, so it looks like it's going to be a fight to the finish on Sunday.
You're already behind the 8 ball because guys are shooting 63, 64, and you haven't even started your round yet. So the mentality is key to go out and really stay aggressive and try and make birdies. If you aren't making birdies, try and stay patient because they can come 4 or 5 in a row real quick. So I think that's the key is your attitude and how to stay focused on the moment.
What I do remember was that Sunday last year was a complete day of patience. I mean, I got off to a pretty slow start. I think I parred the first 6 or 7 holes even. I'm not going to be able to shoot even par or 1 under and try to win. I mean, they're not going to come back that far, at least. At least I don't think they will. That would be a shock.
The White Sox and my Phillies trying to sneak in a doubleheader after Friday's rainout. Phillies pitcher Jonathan Pettibone keeps the Sox base silent. That is until the 5th inning. Alejandro De Aza sends the 2-run double down the first base side, and that would erase the 2-0 deficit. However, 9 innings not enough to decide a winner, so extra, see all about it. In the 11th, Alexi Ramirez delivers an RBI double to give the Sox a 4-3 lead, and they go on to get the victory 5-4 in Game 1. Addison Reed, the save. They're playing Game 2 right now. White Sox up 1-0 in the 6th. That'll do for sports. Right back after this.
Furniture Row's 41st anniversary celebration is happening now. Register to win your choice of a new car, truck, SUV, or a $41,000 shopping spree at Furniture Row. Plus, receive a free gift just for coming in. Furniture Row, home of Denver Mattress, your Temper.